All right, we are rolling. Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is you, Aquarius. Howdy. And this is Tarot Illumination. This is your mini love and relationship generic report for the December 2018 season. You know the drill if you've been here before. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Routine stuff. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different. And then retell the story to yourself. Reinterpret everything to suit you so that you can get something out of this, okay? Now, also, I would invite you to invite your own invisible friends, those beings behind the veil, your angels, spirit guides, and all of that. Anyone else out there that can help you, so you can, have something to hold on to from the spiritual perspective. Other things of note, I'm going to show you some notes from here in just a moment. Please check out all the links below in the description box for the first Friday group healing event and for the Tarot Illumination Love Tribe membership. Okay, it's very important. It's really important dynamic for the whole channel. Also, you can play around with the playlist for music. You can look at the Tarot Illumination shopping and all sorts of goodies. Okay, just check out the links below. Of course, subscribes and likes really, really appreciated. Really big emphasis on the membership. We're trying to grow the membership, okay? Please check the links below so that you understand more what we're talking about and you understand the real agenda behind Tarot Illumination, that it's really all about the love and the healing, okay? The tarot is there for what it is, but it's more like a portal to love and healing, okay? Please understand that. Cards are well shuffled. I just want to give some notes here before we dive in. These are just Tarot Illumination generic notes. I use them in personal readings and for self, clients and all that kind of thing, but it's helpful to share them sometimes. So just generic information here, December 2018, December 6th, we have the new moon in Sagittarius at about the same time. Mercury now going direct again in Sagittarius. So that's a lot of momentum in a very bright, optimistic, bubbling, adventurous, fun-loving, wisdom-seeking sign. Keep scrolling through the month to the 21st. Everything shifts and changes. The sun enters Capricorn. It's a lot more somber and serious. At the same time, it's the winter solstice, okay? The shortest day of the year. Also on the 22nd, following right from there, we have the full moon in Cancer. So the end of the month is going to get pretty, it's going to be a big shift in energy towards the end of the month, okay? Now, my personal feelings, there's other stuff going on. There's tons of stuff, but this month is a month of change. Okay, a lot of shifting and changing going on here as the planets have been moving over the 0 points of the cusps. So it's been very destabilizing. It's kind of being stuck at San Francisco Airport in the fog vents when all the flights are shifting and changing and nobody knows whether they're coming and going, whether their flights are canceled or whether there's going to be a boomerang, ricochet, a ripple effect on follow-on flights and so on. So please allow for a lot of shifting and changing. Personally, I feel the big shifts in energy as the Mars squares off with Jupiter over here. Mars in Pisces squaring with Jupiter in Sagittarius right at the very early days of the month. Translation, my feeling, it's like an expansion of spiritual awareness through challenges to our most deeply buried secrets and wounds. And more often than not, those are discovered in the context of relationship, especially an intimate relationship, okay? Let me pull up some Tarot Illumination Astro Doodles here for you. I'm not going to labor on this too much because your 7th house and 5th house are not heavily aspected here. This is the energy that we were talking about. These are the dates. I'll just hold that there steady for a second for you so that you can see. I highlighted the 25th for the moon in Leo and the 11th for the moon in Aquarius because those will hit you personally, in the context of significant relationships. So be aware of those dates, particularly for you Aquarius, okay? The 25th and the 11th, all right? Let's leave it at that. I don't want to dwell on this too much. Thank you for your indulgence. Let's get going. Okay. we missed anything, I'm sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Let's get right into the cards here. We're going to use this crucible spread because it works. Okay, it's on the understanding that there's you, Aquarius, a significant other, and a third entity, the relationship itself. And it's all happening in the context of a structure called a crucible. And the crucible is a bowl type structure they use in science experiments to withstand incredible pressures as we go through the alchemical relationships and reactions of relationship, as we intimate and separate on a continuous, never-ending flow. So it's the same for you, Aquarius, okay? You're not immune to all of that. You'll see it in a minute, just as soon as we finish with the cards here. You know, cards are actually done. Thank you very, very much already. Let's bless the deck, okay? Bless this deck. Bless you, Aquarius. Bless Terra Lumination and all the gadgets and the channels and all the technology that allows this to happen, okay? Over here, this is you. What are you radiating? Think of yourself like a cell phone, for example, and when it comes to matters of love. What are they radiating at that level? What's radiating from you at the core of you, in your heart and your soul? Over here, deep inside of them, and over here at the core, at center itself, the relationship, okay? Here is the bowl structure, and here's you guys living in it. So what's going on here? Are you aware of the structure? Is it leaky? Is it solid? Is it tilted? Is it unreal? Are you investing in it? Are you looking after it like you would a business or a house or something that you deeply cherish? Okay. Over here, prospects and momentum. What are you actually building and creating and growing here? Over here, circumstantial energy, environmental influences. Think of it as the weather. Let's start. Okay. Well, with the Four of Pentacles here, my feeling is that I feel it. The two themes. Number one, be prepared to experience instability, which would then trigger your desire for stability in the context of love and relationship. Now, so many of these trigger events are happening outside of the context of love and relationship, but because they affect you just like they affect everyone else, it will impact your love and relationship. Okay, so that's why I highlighted those dates in particular. You're not getting anything direct head on though, so in some ways you're kind of lucky. So with the Four of Pentacles here, another message is like, please hold on to what works. Don't be scared to seek stability, to seek solid grounding, and finding ways to create greater strength, greater power, investing in the structure more than ever before. And it might have to be learned through challenging aspects, okay? Simply because of the Mars-Jupiter thing. You almost can't go wrong with Jupiter, even when it's in a hard square. But it is a hard square, so challenges will occur. It's just, what are you going to do about that to make the best of it, okay? In love and relationship. So stability is a very important theme. And holding on to what works, and consider building something very solid that can withstand and endure a lot of shifting and shaking, okay? Over here, what are you radiating? Let's have a look. Okay, cool, man. With the Nine of Cups, to me, it's like, you must be doing something right. You know, Aquarius, you've had to live through a lot, especially like over the last year and a half, with the intense focus on the Leo Aquarius aspect, with the eclipses and the North Node, and you being on the South Node. So a lot of Aquarians have been under a lot of pressure, but that pressure is starting to relax a little bit as the nodal axis shifts into the Capricorn Cancer axis and the eclipses alongside, okay? So you might be feeling like, whew, wow, I don't know how I got through that, but I'm alive and I don't feel that bad. In fact, I must be doing something right, something where I almost want to like go, woohoo, yeah, thank you very, very much. It's almost like, I'm so glad that was over. I'm so glad. Now, I'm just going to give you one little heads up. There is, let me get the exact date here. It's in January. There is an eclipse. Hold on. Don't go away. Just give me a second here. I got to check something very, very quickly. And there is an eclipse on January the 5th, okay? It is a Capricorn new moon. Okay, that's not the one I was thinking of. Forget it. Okay. Okay, here's the one. Here it is. Okay. It is January the 20th. There is a lunar eclipse. Okay. That's important for you. It's the very, very tail end of the, I should put that on. Let's put that on here. Wow. That's actually a big deal. December 20th. Let me mark that. Sorry, Aquarius. I should have figured that out already. Why didn't I put that on there? Okay, December 20th. Okay. Right over here. December 20th. That's going to be in January. What am I fussing about? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Lumination, what are you doing? Anyway, it's a good heads up. It's not all over yet, okay? I'm just giving you it's like a secret. January 20th, there is a Leo Aquarius eclipse, okay? So please be aware. You might get one last like reverberation, like earthquake aftershocks at that time. But for now, please enjoy all the relief that you are getting, okay? Please enjoy it. Make the best of it. I think you really deserve it, Aquarius, to get through all of that. Well done. Like there must be a certain part of you which is saying to yourself, you know what? I did a freaking amazing job. I own all the happiness that I have in my life. I've earned that. I've worked for it. I deserve it. Thank you very much. Nobody can take it from me. I own this from the inside out. No matter what's going over here with my so-called sweetheart and our so-called relationship. Thank you very much. Like, I'm doing a freaking amazing job. Look at me. I love me. I love myself. Let's have a look. What are they radiating over here? Okay. Oh, the little Five of Pentacles. So it might be a little bit too much for them. Aquarius, you might just be a little bit too much. You might be really like the Sagittarius energy is very bountiful for you. And, so that can make you feel really, really buoyant. And in contrast, just because it's almost like a law. It's not really a law, but if you're having such a whoopee time just out of the sense of relief of having survived through all this stuff, where it's just like you're dizzy with almost like drunk with happiness just from being alive and have survived, that could make them look like, wow, what are you on? What are you taking? Can I have one of your pills? I don't feel that way. And you're like, hey man, it's okay. Like I'm allowed to get off on my own high. It doesn't mean I don't love you. And it's like, well, it sure feels like it here. Like you're tripping out on your own awesomeness right now. That's like it's okay. I love myself. Like, please don't be hurt. I still love you, or we can at least still try to figure things out. If they are feeling desolate and impoverished in matters of love, especially when it comes to you, because this is a shared experience where they don't really know what they're doing. My feeling is that part of them doesn't really know what to do or how to do it, and so they would feel as though they've lost or they're losing in love, even when they might not be, because they're having, with all this stuff I'm talking about with the planets, whatever sign they are, whoever they are, they've got their own dynamics to figure out as well. And that Jupiter Sagittarius and the Mars Pisces thing, it's very different and very new to anything that we've been dealing with astrologically for a long time. So they might be struggling in some way, which makes it very hard for them to relate with you at the levels where you are. It's just like you're up in the clouds with a sweet smile, and that anything less than that, they could feel it as like a sense of impoverishment, even though it might not actually be that bad. Over here, deep inside of you, what's going on over here? Well, okay, 20. This is the judgment card. I sense this is like liberation. My feeling is that, again, I don't want to exaggerate or take it too far, but I think this Jupiter and Sagittarius thing is so positive for you. It's like jubilation. Hallelujah. Set me free. I deserve this. I want this. I need this. I'm getting this. It's happening right now. I want to be reborn. I want fresh starts. I can handle it. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And I feel it's very much about you, and you deserve to feel that inside of you, but you might want to consider, like, well, what about us? What about we? What about the other person? Aquarius, this is not a couples reading. This is all about you, but we're allowing for the significant other. You might be so like enraptured with your own shift and change in dynamics, which hopefully would be a little bit of an improvement, a sensation that there is light, opportunity, and fun and new horizons ahead. Might get some challenges on the way, but who cares about that right now? Just having Jupiter in Sagittarius is really sweet for you. So they might be feeling like, God, man, I wish I could be in your party. Like, you know, invite me over, why don't you? What are they radiating deep down over here? The Three of Wands. So my feeling is that they're kind of stuck in their own like whirlpool. I'm using the analogy a lot right now of San Francisco airport locked down in fog, and how it shifts and changes so many flights across the world, across the country, just because of the fog in San Francisco. It is the most obstructed airport in the world for that kind of stuff. And it sets ripple effects. And my feeling is that that Mars in Pisces thing with the Jupiter in Sagittarius is kind of um, like a real shakeup. Like, it's very beautiful when you got these fog events, but they can be very disruptive, and they can come and go very quickly. So they can be very hazardous. And then the relief is amazing when they clear. And then there's this scramble to make the best of it. My feeling is that they're doing everything they can to just cope with their version of the same thing. Let's pretend you're hanging out at the airport together, fog events, and all the flight boards are changing. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Canceled, delayed, rescheduled. Oh no, oh no. And then they're stressing out and wigging out. You're seeing it as an opportunity, like, woo, I'm glad this worked out. Like, I didn't want to go there or do that anyway, so I don't mind the delay. Maybe we can try this or that. And they're like, oh my gosh, I should have seen this coming. I knew this was coming. I don't know what to do or how to do it. I'm just getting what I deserve. I see a lot of woe and misery here for the significant other for you, Aquarius. Not like it's your fault. It's just that they're on their journey. Okay? They're living their lives. You're not living in bondage here. You are being you. They are being themselves, but it's happening in the context of a loving relationship. And you might learn a lot out of this, and they might learn a lot about this, but in very unexpected ways, because with the big shifts in energies, the Jupiter Mars thing, it's just it might be very destabilizing. It means having to be very flexible with the big shifts in energy. Like, you guys might not have the experience of how to separate gracefully with these particular events in the heavens right now. And so it might feel very, very wobbly for them and hard for them to handle. And you might be appreciating it some way, somehow. So that creates a disparity, but it's a disparity that you guys have never actually had to face before or to deal with. So it makes it very hard to like intimate, like, uh, uh, yeah, but, So it's awkward, okay? What about at the core here? Okay, so with the High Priestess energy here, my feeling is that you guys are just going to have to accept that there are aspects of your relationship about which you know nothing. And whatever you do need to know will be revealed to you when you need to know it, in a kind of like a way of divine guidance. So I think this relates very closely to what we were talking about here, where Tarot Illumination sees this. I feel the energies for this month are very much about big shifts in energy as Mars squares off with Jupiter. Translation: expansion of spiritual awareness through challenges to our most deeply buried secrets and wounds, ... in the context of a relationship. Okay? I'm not going to say a lovely relationship or a toxic relationship. I'm just going to say a relationship. You could almost say to yourself, Aquarius, to help you get through this and to help them to help themselves, it's like, dear angels, dear heaven, please bring to us that which is ours. Dear angels, please dear heaven, please take away from us that which is not ours. Thank you very much. And we will just accept that according to divine intervention, divine awareness. Where does this take us? Okay, what are you guys building here? Okay, so with the magician, again, this is for you, Aquarius. They might be very lucky to be piggybacking with you right now to get through their own turmoil and stresses and hoping to come out the other side okay. But for you, Aquarius, to me, this looks like a real turn of events in your favor. Like, forget the little stressors I was talking about with the Leo Aquarius moon events. You know, I put that on the chart earlier. Check the action replay rewinds. Think about your own magnificence and coming into your power. It's happening in the context of a loving relationship, and you can share that with a significant other, and you get redemption, you get freedom, you get liberation. Maybe you don't know exactly in the details about how this is going to work out, but it does put you in a position where you can like get back to being serious, Aquarius. Like, hallelujah, about time. I get to be like my real self like never before. I can access and tap into all my natural gifts, talents, and resources, whatever they might be. And then I can do what I have to do to be me better than ever before, which hopefully includes benefits for everyone else around me, because I'm kind of like that as an Aquarian, aren't I? That's what we do in Aquarius. We're always thinking about what's great for the group, how we can get that to happen. But please, yeah, go ahead, indulge yourself here a little bit, Aquarius. Please don't neglect the loved one here. If they're struggling and they need you and there's a lot of love in the relationship, please allow for that. If it's a very toxic situation, let them worry about their own doo-doo and you stay in your power. Love thyself, okay? Okay? It's all about you. All right. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Blessings to you. All the best. Oh, let me put this on the side again for reference, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. And happy holidays. And become a member. Check the links below.